Welcome back guys to the channel, and today I have a very special video for you. A little day in the life of Clubface, a content creator. Titleist and Clubhousegolf have invited us down for a content creating day at Woburn Golf Centre for a Titleist product fitting video. I hope you enjoy this sort of content. Let me know in the comments if you do, and if you do guys, please like, comment and subscribe. Let's get it started. Look who's here.
Hi guys.
Mr. Golf Supplies.
Golf
Supply.
The suppliers of golf.
And Mr. Proper Clubface himself.
Yo,
right here.
He is.
We are at the beautiful Woburn Golf Course ahead of the Titleist day.
Weather isn't that beautiful, but hopefully it will clear up.
Weather's not great, but the vibe is good.
Vibes are high.
Yeah. The vibes are high.
Temperature's low.
Enthusiastically high.
Do you want us again? Ash, first thoughts, mate.
Wow. What a gaff. I didn't realise that either, talking to Chris, one of the head fitters over here. I knew it was £500 for a fit in here, but they only take one fit in a day. So
insane, isn't it?
It's your...
so personalised.
It is so personalised.
Literally an experience.
You pan the camera around to what you're getting for that £500.
So foggy. I wish it was like last week, but
yeah,
it's
crisp.
So beautiful.
But you are getting a completely tailored experience. And 3 hours is enough to go through the whole golf bag. That's the impressive thing. He said that they'll have one consumer, so a member of public that have paid £500 to be here, and you might be sharing the range with like a tour pro or an upcoming pro who's here to do their fitting. And he just shared a funny story about when this place first opened. One of the first people through the doors was Ian Poulter. Ian Poulter was down here doing a fitting or dialing his bag in, and there was a consumer on the range with him that day. So Ian Poulter, yeah, no, I shouldn't be laughing because it was actually
special moment for him.
It was a special moment. But Ian Poulter's on the range. There's probably like a tour prospect on the range as well, flushing balls down the range, and this consumer obviously got a little bit overwhelmed and just burst into tears. It was just a bit too much to take in, but it is, for a golf purist, a golf fan, this has been my dream.
You're Titleist.
I'm Titleist through and through, so this has been like my dream destination. Sorry to be rambling on in your vlog.
Guys, look what's in here. This is like a sweet shop. You're gonna love it. And press here. This is the building facility at the Titleist Woburn Centre. It's based on the tour truck that they have for the players out on tour, and it has everything in here. I'm actually gonna show you a little rundown of the facility. They've given me access to open all the drawers. So let me show you. If you're a Titleist fan right now, you're gonna love this. I'll run through the machines after, but let's get to the good bit first, because I know you want to see it. In this drawer right here are the SM9s. If you're a Titleist fan, you will know that these are the best wedges on the market. You've got all the different lofts, 58, 60, 56, 54, all in the different grinds. They're all in the raw face finish. And the reason for that is because over here, when they fit the tour players, is they have to grind down the actual wedges. So there's no point in doing the chrome finish, because then it just look a bit weird. So they're all in the raw form. So what they're gonna do, fit them, test them, use them. But if you're not an SM9 fan for whatever reason, don't worry. We have got the not that drawer. We have got the SM8s right here. So we do have the other year's models, just in case that you do like the feel of the older models and not so much of the newer models for whatever reason. But again, different grinds, different lofts, wedges is here. You guys know me, and you know I love a Scotty Cameron. Let me open these two drawers right here. These are the head covers for the Scotty Camerons. I'm a collector, I love Scotty Camerons and I love head covers. It's like a little sweet shot for me. And if you know about collecting Scotties, you will know about the grips. Look at this. So this is a Scottie section right here, so the players can obviously re-grip their Scotties and get their head covered and get fitted for the Scottie Camerons. Let's go over to the irons. Let me know in the comments, what is your favourite Titleist iron of the year? Mine so far is a T100s, which is, I believe, in this drawer right here. Yes, we have these babies. T100s, this is a pitching wedge right here. I think this is the most beautiful iron of the year. I know people do like the T200s, which I believe are here. They're beautiful looking irons. And what the beauty of this is you can pick your club, you can get fitted for the club, you choose the shaft, you choose the heads, and then you go out to the facility, which I'm going to show you, and you test them. You test them right here, you can change the light angle, you can change everything, and then place your order. So you are getting that bespoke fitting experience in a tour environment. This is like a tour truck, and that is the beauty of these places. I feel like I work here, guys. I'm loving it. I'm loving life right now. You guys know it. This is in my driver shaft right now. You know I just placed this in my stealth. Absolutely love this shaft. But it took me 3 weeks to get this. And look how many they've got. So like I was saying, they have every shaft possible here. You have this drawer, every drawer's different. Every drawer's got a different shaft. You have a Ventus for all your Ventus fans. But every shaft, a fun fact for you, every shaft they have in here is tested to fit the Titleist products. So if they don't have the shaft in here, it means it did not pass regulations for Titleist. So they have everything that they want in a club for their tour players is in these drawers. Amazing. Finally guys, we do have the drivers. The TSI ones, the TSI 2s are all in here. So like I said, you pick your head, you pick your shaft, and you go out to get fitted. Before I get hitting for you guys and actually hitting the products, I want to show you the setup, because over there, Golf Supply is actually doing his wedge fitting. So before I do mine, let me show you the tour bags and the little cart that has a TrackMan, has all the data for the fittings. So as you come out here, this is a performance centre. You have all the products out right here under this little tent. And then if you keep coming through to me, Dad, keep coming. Look at this bad boy, look at this. Look at the rims. So in here we have obviously the battery to power everything, the TrackMan goes out on there, and then you have the performance stats on here, and then all these drawers are filled with the heads of the clubs and the shafts. So if we need to change anything, we need to change the lie angle in the loft, we can, and then we hit out in here. It's now time to have a wedge fitting with Nick, who's one of the best club fitters in the UK. This was one of the best experiences of my golfing journey so far. I learned so much, and I hope you guys enjoy.
That last one I gave you had a little sharpie line on it. So you can see it faintly there. Pretty much, so this is going to tell me 3 things, right? So one, as best as I could if I line that sharpie up. So what that does, lining is going to help us with our start line and shot shape to our target. So for example, heel and toe, if that comes into contact with the ground at the same time, that pen will point at you. Okay, if it came in this way, the pen goes past your right shoulder. The toe comes down, so it's too flat, it's going to go past this way. So with you to accommodate your shot shape, they started left and finished on target, so that's great. And the other thing it told me was strike location on the face, so you can see it sort of lower there, sort of grooves 2 and 3, good for a wedge because it's going to help launch it lower, keeps the spin. The other thing it does, you can see from heel to toe, it's a little bit more heelward. That suggests maybe we can do a couple of things with already established in the workshop there. These are longer than standard, so we might just play around a little bit with that. Let's just look through some of these numbers. definitely lower in flight, isn't it?
Yes, much. You're brave. You're brave. Go ahead. I won't trust me. With him, yeah, not with me.
Good, Louis.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
That sounded
Doesn't it?
Yes, that is
different from that.
a lot lower. A lot lower.
So, launch is coming out at 26 degrees versus
Guys,
yours.
we're just getting a sandwich on. What would you like? Steak, fish finger, or chicken?
Sandwich.
Yes.
Chicken?
Steak.
Steak.
Let's go chicken.
Chicken, steak.
Chicken steak. Launch angle lower. Great. So what we want to do with wedges, so the whole story behind SM9 is that the grooves on, say, a Vokey wedge versus, say, the wedge in your set, they're deeper and narrower. Okay, so they're going to disperse any debris and you get more control on the golf ball. Yes, it's a new wedge, so the grooves are fresher, but you look at your spin rates there on those two shots, close to 10,000 versus yours. It's double the amount of spin, okay? So the amount of control. We've maybe sacrificed a little bit of carry, but we've certainly given you more control.
Yeah. With my wedges, and that's with, I don't ever do a full finish.
That's fine.
I usually finish.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Good. Really nice. Plenty of speed there, though. So if you look at the sole of that one, it's got a crescent grind, so you can manipulate that club face. You can hit some different shots off different lies. How did that feel through the turf?
It felt really. It felt like it just glided through the turf.
Yeah, good.
It didn't feel diggy.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And so you can also hear it as well. Like, I mean, also you can see the root system there. You can see the interaction. It's going to have a lot of spin on there. 95 yards.
Did you put a Sharpie mark there or did I?
No, that we're going to do another
I said did I?
lie. It would have been off one of the golf balls, yeah.
Okay. So,
It's alright, no, it's good. That's a great strike, Louis. You can hear that, can't you? So have a look here at this. Grab that from here. So it's low in the face. You can hear the strike, so it bounces right, so you've got enough bounce in the club to hit it low, sort of through 2 to 5. I've made this more upright again to your shot shape. You're getting it closer to the middle. But my one thing for you as well is that I would suggest that maybe your current wedges are half an inch or so too long. So it's going to allow you to hit middle and club face a little bit more and control it. And how this is interacting with the turf is brilliant. You're getting more spin. You're getting a consistent carry number on average of 95 yards. So
that is further than my usual.
the more you hit it out of the middle of the club face,
Yeah.
you're going to get more ball
Yeah.
speed, you're going to get more distance. Good.
The sound is just so rewarding.
Proper strike, isn't it? Proper strike.
Makes me want to hit wedges for days.
It does, doesn't it? But, I mean, so again, what we could potentially do, if that's further, if that's kind of, that number is too far, or too close to the 50, you've got 14 yards in there, you've got about 12 yards at the other end, so...
I don't mind, because I'm hitting that, even though it's not a full swing, I'm hitting that ball.
Yeah,
I'm
gotcha. You're hitting with intent.
I'm hitting with intent, so if I did want to knock that down to 85, I just wouldn't hit it.
Okay. Because the other thing is I could add a degree of loft and make it 55. Great strike. So again, you can hear the contact,
Mate,
can't you?
so much.
So again,
So much.
like you're getting a strike in the right part of the golf club, low in the face, so you're getting a lot more force, a lot more friction behind it. You're going to hit your number.
I don't think I've ever hit my wedges that pure, as in like the strike off the ball.
What do you do? Just No, so I've manipulated the line angle to make it a little bit more upright, so better suited to Louis' shot shape. But I've given you a little bit more bounce and a fuller sole on this one, so we get a strike in the right part of the golf club. So that last number there, you're carrying number 108 with heaps of spin.
It's usually, I usually carry my 50, 108, probably run up to about 113.
Right.
About that.
Yeah.
Or like now it just stopped dead.
I was going to say, with that amount of spin, it's just going to be, which is good, right? Because let's say if you've got a front flag over a bunker and things like that, you don't want it running on. You just, okay, depending on the golf course conditions, if you're at a links course and it's firmer, versus someone that's inland and softer time of year, etc. That's better.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's better. So what I've done there is I've given you, if you look at the bottom of that one, I've given you a wider sole and arcade grind with more bounce. So how this interacts with the turf, it kind of acts as a rail, or acts as a bit of a cushion. Okay, where with yours, as it has a bit more lean edge, a bit more trail relief, so we've given you a slightly wider sole and a bit more bounce.
A bit more forgiveness.
To give you that, exactly that, a bit more forgiveness, a bit more playability. There you go, that's a great strike.
No, that was the best one of the year.
So it allows you to be aggressive, be confident,
Yeah, that was nice.
and know that the club is going to support you.
Good at your job, aren't you?
That's right.
You want one?
Good at his job, isn't he?
Yeah, good, Louis. And this is kind of what I mean, and this is kind of what's happened previously, is that guys will have a club in the bag and you go, oh, I don't really want to use the 58 because it just doesn't, but because it's just got the wrong setup for it.
Yes.
And that's why we've got 23 different options, because, you know,
I think that's also what the scary thing is with the normal person, is there's so many options, and
Yeah,
as
yeah.
beautiful as it is, because you have an option for you,
yeah,
what is the option?
yeah,
It's like, how I can describe it, it's like when I started YouTube and like all the cameras,
yeah,
there's 1,000,001 cameras with 1,000,001 lenses,
yeah,
well what's right for golf?
yeah, sure. Yeah,
And it's just like, well, unless you know someone that does it, and you're like, well, if it's right for them doesn't mean it's going to be right for me.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I think that's why fitting is so much more important nowadays, is because what's the likelihood of you actually picking 1 in 23 right?
Exactly that. Or they just pick the one that their mate's got, or you know, he plays well with that one, so
Yeah.
I'll get the same as him. You see it a lot with drivers and things like that as
Yeah.
well. Like you see it in many different aspects of the game.
So I just had the most amazing wedge fitting with Nick at Titleist, and he actually told me a valuable piece of information that I want to share with you guys about a pitching wedge. So how about in a set you get a 4 to a pitching wedge, but you could swap a pitching wedge out for an SM9.
You can, absolutely. So typically modern day pitching wedge is anywhere around 45 degrees, something like that. At Vokey we offer a 46 and a 48, but what you'll find, through testing, a lot of guys will then opt for the Vokey 46 degree because the groove configuration is, I guess, a little bit more aggressive than say what you'd find in the pitching wedge in a set. So the grooves are actually deeper and narrower, so what that does is it actually disperses the debris. So certain shots outside of the rough or in, you know, wet conditions maybe like today, you're actually getting more grip, more friction on the golf ball, so you're going to get more spin out of varying number of different lies and shots around the golf course.
And I found from hitting my pitching wedge, which came in my set, to hitting an SM9 pitching wedge is dramatic. The flight difference was lower, there's a lot more penetrating, a lot more control.
Yeah, and just a lot more spin. So
And a lot more spin, which gave me a lot more control. So it's very important, and I actually never ever thought about that before today. I never thought about switching a pitching wedge out for a wedge. And I think also it's a confidence thing. I feel like looking behind the ball and seeing a wedge in your hands compared to like an iron, because let's be honest, a pitching wedge can look like an iron.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's another thing as well. When you pull that Vokey wedge out your bag, you go, oh, I'm in the scoring zone, I'm going to feel like I'm going to
Yeah,
post.
that's exactly what I was trying to say.
It just changes the mindset, I think, of guys.
100%.
That club out the day.
So guys, if you've never thought about it before, like me, think about it, because I am. I'm definitely thinking about getting a pitching wedge in my wedges, and thank you so much, Nick, for your time. Thank you so much for the fitting.
Pleasure.
The fitting was incredible, such a great experience. I'll talk to you guys in a second about it, but again, thank you, Nick, for your time, and I appreciate everything that you've done. And I'm actually going to leave my spec down in the descriptions of what Nick fitted me for.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Pleasure, Luke. We did earlier through some sort of longer shot testing, is we found that yes, okay, the strike works and we've got the spec dialed in terms of length of shaft and the lie angle, but let's make sure it works around the green as well. So how the sole or how that grind interacts with the turf to give you the confidence to play these kind of shots.
So with the K grind, what does a K grind actually mean?
So Vokey came up with basically these initials named after various players that he'd worked with and kind of what grinds he did for them. So you can see the K is our wider sole, 14 is the degrees of effective bounce there. But basically it's just a really forgiving wedge that is going to allow you to play the various shots around the green, whether it's off the grass, whether it's in the bunker. It's just really versatile. We've had huge success.
I can definitely feel a difference of me using this bounce. The likelihood of me sculling it in that bunker was quite high.
That's a great strike. Look at the amount of spin and control on that. It's just going to sit down nice and quickly.
It's really nice.
Yeah, beautiful shot. And again, you can hear that strike. You can see the interaction with the turf there. So you're getting plenty of friction, plenty of
And I
control.
like that sound. I like how it's got that clicky noise.
Yeah.
A bit like this, my Cameron has like that clicky noise when you putt.
Yeah.
So you know when you roll it pure,
Yeah.
you can just hear it before you see it. I do like that. I think that's great.
Yeah, well this is where that sole is forgiving, right? So
It's
okay,
thicker.
it wasn't your 10 out of 10 contact, but you've still got a great result.
Yep. I feel like I've got so much control over it.
I think as well, once you get that confidence, it allows you to be more aggressive.
I forgot it's actually a 58 in my hands.
Yeah.
And guys, you know what I'm like with a 58.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot.
If I got a little bit more attackive, I could probably nip that more, couldn't
Yeah,
I?
yeah. Wow.
So would you, with the 54, would I be able to play this sort of shot or not with the different grind?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Depending on.
Well,
So even if it wasn't necessarily this shot here, but you had more green to work with, then you didn't need it to
yeah,
stop.
I was just going to
as
pitch it
quick.
like on the fringe and kind of let it just release.
Yep. There you go. There's a lower flight, it's just going to run out.
That's nice.
You've got that
Exactly
contact,
what I
you've still
wanted,
got that
yeah.
great strike, haven't you?
Exactly what I said.
Good.
Yeah.
So when you get that strike in the right place, you've just called it. You don't want to land it on the fringe on the edge of the green. And
And
you've
do you
just
think
done
that's
that twice.
Again, due to the fact that it is half an inch shorter?
Yeah,
I'm striking
I
a ball
think it's
better.
definitely going to be easier to control. The length that your current wedges are, I think, considering these shots are more about control, they're certainly not about power or distance.
Yeah.
So I think just making that little length adjustment is going to make your life a lot easier.
It's crazy what the little things can do in your game, isn't it?
Yeah.
The change in length or the change in the uprightness. So
Yeah.
it's
Just to make the game, you know, it's the whole essence of being custom fitted for you. What works for you may not work for somebody else, and vice versa. So it's a bit like a pair of shoes. You know, they might have different styles, same size, but hey, different width.
This is what I can't stress enough. Get yourself fitted, guys. I get so many DMs, so many questions on Instagram. Get yourself fitted. I've already done a YouTube video on this with the driver. I'm now doing it with wedges, and I would have the same conversation if Nick fitted me for irons. So get yourself fitted, guys, because it's going to be an expensive month.
Well, thank you, Nick. No, pleasure, Louis. Happy to help. That was good. That was really good. Enjoyed that.
Two hours later.
Oh,
We're stuck here, guys.
Oh,
Not the worst place where to get stuck.
yes! We got it! We got it! Oh,
Not the worst place where to get stuck.
yes! We got it!
Look what's inside here. The 2022 Scotty Cameron Phantom putter. Wow. Look at the grip on this club. That is sensational. Look at the detail on the Scotty. I'm going to give it a few rolls and see how it is, but this is beautiful. You guys know I'm a Scotty fan. I absolutely love these clubs. And that 11.5 Phantom X. Wow. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're looking at me and thinking, you've changed, blue skies, it's because it's been a few days since the Titleist day. Everything's kind of just settled in. I've been able to edit this vlog for you, and I actually didn't do an outro in all of that madness. So right now, I'm just signing off. I want to say a big thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoy this sort of content, please like, comment, and subscribe to see next video. I also want to say a massive thank you to the team at Clubhouse Golf and also the team at Titleist. Thank you, Clubhouse Golf, for giving me the opportunity to film at Titleist Woburn. It's a dream come true, and to do it with my boys, the Golf Supply, was an absolute honour. I also want to thank the team at Titleist. Thank you to Chris, Nick and Tom for having us down, especially Nick for club fitting me. He's amazing. Honestly, the amount of information that I learned and hopefully you guys learn. Let's be honest, I placed 4 new orders for wedges, so he did his job well. Shout out to Chris for hosting us. He allowed us to have free reign to do whatever we wanted at the Titleist facility, go through the drawers, fly the drone about, film all the different aspects of the irons. So shout out to Titleist, and also shout out to you guys for watching. And until the next video, guys, what's next?